It is almost that time again for another March Mascot Madness tournament. And you know what that means? It's time to count down the 5 best games from the previous tournament, in this case, September Mascot Madness 2. Frankly, as the person who does this tournament, this was probably the weakest tournament that I've done so far. A lot of the games were either blowouts or they were close for a half and got away from a team, or wasn't a game in the first half and kind of was maybe a game in the second half, but it wasn't really all that interesting. It was a very weird tournament. But there were still 5 games to count down, so we'll go ahead and count those down every Friday through the month of February and 1 in January, leading up to March Mascot Madness number 3, tipping off March 4th at 2 p.m. Pacific time over on twitch.tv/Shawnosaurus Rex. You can go to challenge.com/MMM2021 to fill out your bracket and let me know what you think is going to happen in this year's tournament. The person who performs the best and gets the top spot and wins the bracket challenge gets a free gift sub to twitch.tv/Shawnosaurus Rex. So if that maybe is enticing to you, maybe go check that out. This year's game is NCAA March Madness 2007, moving away from 06, which saw Louisville just destroy and win 2 tournaments in a row. Hopefully this will change it up a little bit and shake things up and give us a more exciting and better tournament this time around. But we'll have to wait until March to see how it all shakes out. As for now, let's count down the 5 best games of September Mascot Madness 2. Game number 2 sees Cincinnati taking on Florida in a round 1 matchup. Please enjoy. Next up, we have a good-looking matchup here, which I might use. This might be the good thumbnail matchup. Cincinnati taking on Florida. You go over here, pull this back up. Give you your thumbnail there, Sean. A half an hour into this one as we advance. O'Connell Center. We're going to Gainesville, Florida. 10 minutes, All-American. Florida taking on Cincinnati. Here we go. Game number 2. It's a pretty good game. Not the most exciting down the stretch. And Florida has a great court. I really like their court. It might be a little cluttered because they have the Gator logo on the court 3 times. But I do believe that the Cincinnati Bearcats are making a 3. I do believe that the in between the key and the 3-point line is opposite, which is a great touch. Florida making the first one. This is an important game. This is a champion pick game. Florida being the champion pick. We'll have Gonzaga coming up a little bit later. Actually, it's the 4th game of the day. Gonzaga versus Dayton. Actually, that might even be the thumbnail matchup as well. Mainly because Dayton is such a doofy-looking mascot. It's a 3 for Florida that's up and no good. So Cincinnati maintains a 2-point lead as they fire it forward. It has a... Okay. Florida has double-digit wins in this tournament. They are 10-3. They finished 2nd in the most recent tournament. Cincinnati is 4-2. They finished in the Sweet 16 in both March Mascot Madness 1 and 2. And we have, coming up a little bit later, we have the final team trying to pick up their first win in the tournament ever with Tulsa. So good stuff to look forward to. Cincinnati maintains a 2-point lead here, 5-3. Florida with a nice steal there. Florida lost to Louisville in the final in the last tournament, if I read that correctly. I did read that correctly. 5-4. It's surprising how much this information doesn't stick in my brain between tournaments. But it's all good. Still fun to do. Ball gets stripped away at half court. Florida tied at 5. Taking it all the way to the hole. Can't quite get there, though. Deflected at the rim. So Cincinnati, excellent recovery defense after losing the ball. Cincinnati working with a lot of players up near the perimeter. They finally get into a play of moving players around with another deep three dropping for the Bearcats. Florida working it around inside. Cincinnati said, get that weak stuff out of here. Get that weak stuff out of here. Probably only need one celebration animation, but the game gives us two. Oh, Florida with a kind of a lazy lob pass into the middle of the floor. It's going to lead to a Cincinnati fast break and a jam home. If we do start to lose too many teams, we could do a reset. Could do a little bracket reset. Maybe like Sweet 16 inwards or something like that. Something I've considered, because we have had a couple of bracket challenges that have been decided fairly early. There's a three for Florida that's short off the right iron. Nobody really wanted the rebound. Florida finally got it, but they threw it to Cincinnati anyway. Cincinnati on a little bit of a break. And they will get a little alley layup there and extend their lead to 7. So Cincinnati has a bigger lead than Florida has points. Well, not anymore. Cincinnati, get your dumb Bearcat face out of the way, please. Shot is up and good. 12-8 now. Florida cut the lead down to 4 with a nice three-point play there. Work with a little mid-court defense. Try to get a little trap there at in the corner. Didn't really work. Cincinnati was able to break through it pretty easily. 14-8. Outside. Florida passing it across the floor. We have oh, by the way, Florida, I don't know if I've mentioned them, but they definitely will qualify for the single letter tournament. Hype stream idea. I think maybe the next hype stream I do, I'll pick 8 teams again, but I'll just do 5-minute halves. Make it a little shorter. Same number of games. But I don't think a 4-hour hype stream is necessary. Jammed home. Or I just need to schedule it better and make sure that I'm not doing it on like a Friday night. 18-10 here. 8-point lead for Cincinnati. In control. Pretty much from the tip. Had that three-pointer immediately. It was tied at 5. It finally drops. That hung out on the rim for a while. Cincinnati's up to 4 team fouls here. About halfway through the first half. Oh, not even halfway through the first half. My bad. So Florida getting a lot of opportunities from the line. They missed that one. Cincinnati looking good so far. That's going to be a bad foul on Florida. Fortunately, it's only their first foul as a team. It was in the act of shooting anyway. And the shot missed anyway. Or the first free throw missed. So not that big of a deal. Second free throw is good. 19-12. Rockets the ball ahead to the left. Didn't really do much because they still had to wait for the players to get to the front court. Going into a double team. 5 team fouls on Cincinnati. We are 4 minutes plus into this game. 4:47 in, and they are 2 fouls away from Florida just shooting 2. Or 1 and 1, excuse me. Dead silent crowd. Cheers as the ball hits the nylon. 19-13. Trapped in the corner. Nice play there by Florida. 2-on-1 opportunity. For no reason whatsoever, they did that. Should have thrown it to the guy who was wide open on the left. They just don't do it. They do pick up another foul against Cincinnati. So that is 6 fouls in the first half for Cincinnati. And we are just now at the halfway point. Florida again picking them up near the midcourt. Cincinnati walked into the trap yet again. That time they were able to break through, get the layup to go. 21-15. Flushed. Nice play by Florida. I put the microphone too far in front of me during the mascot tournament. Shot is up and it's good. So Cincinnati regains their 6-point lead. I sit like way too far forward. Just lean back. Just relax. Not even playing a game. Just hanging out, commentating, enjoying Sunday afternoon basketball here. So that 3 is short from Florida, trying to cut that lead in half. So they'll give Cincinnati an opportunity to either, pardon me, go up by 8 or 9. They'll take the 2 and go up by 8. Cincinnati's just got to settle down on defense. Don't give up any fouls. Florida hasn't been particularly good on the offensive side of the ball. There's a 3 for Florida that bounces off the left rim twice. Does not drop. Cincinnati with the rebound for the double-digit lead here. 25-17. Couple quick steps there. Pull-up jumper is good. If Cincinnati just doesn't foul, they should be in good position for this game. Giving Florida way too many points. Way too many easy points, I should say. So Florida will cut in. Biggest lead, 10. Keep that in mind as we tick through the final couple minutes here of the first half. We'll also be curious to see if Cincinnati just does not get a foul in the final 5 minutes. They racked up all their fouls in the first 5, and they said, no, we're good. We're fine. Nice 3. Pushes the lead to 11. Also, I think I left my alarm on from last week. I just realized. You dumb idiot. Why would you do that? Why would that be an acceptable answer for you? Florida makes it 2, cuts the lead down to 9, gets the ball away from Cincinnati, but can't get the turnover. Into a double team in the post. A nice placement there for the defender as the ball was thrown directly to him. Pass forward. It's up and in for 2. Yeah, I set an alarm last week for a bus sim gameplay reveal that I was going to do at 6 a.m. or some dumb idiot thing. As Cincinnati lays it in. Pushes that lead back out to 9. But I decided not to do it, but I didn't realize that I left the alarm on weekly for some reason. I did that. I don't know why. As he runs all the way up the court, that's going to be a foul. A completely unnecessary foul by Florida. That was an easy 2 that you just let it go, man. Don't worry about it. He was way ahead of you. Free throw rattles home, and the lead is now 12. I do have my blowout book. Florida fights through contact, puts one in. Cincinnati, with minimal resistance, scores it in. What's weird about the bus sim thing was that it was supposed to be a live stream, but I guess the live stream wasn't running very well. But they never put up whatever they were doing for Gamescom. They just never put it up on their YouTube channel, and I can't find it anywhere else because I was going to react to it because I'm very excited about that game. But just, I don't know, just a weird situation. All right. My bad. Sorry about that. 37-28. We have a 9-point lead here for the Bearcats of Cincinnati. I say 37-28. Did I say that correctly? I don't know. I'm so distracted with my butterfingers over here. Just dropping phones wherever. Oh, stolen away by the Cincinnati Bearcats. This will dump in there. Cincinnati flipping it up. Hoping for it to drop, but it does not. So Florida picks up its third team foul. I don't know if Cincinnati has picked up a foul. Going 1 for the 2 from the line. Cincinnati all the way up to 40 points in the first half. That is dangerous if you are Florida. Hopefully halftime they can sort it out a little bit. Cut into the lead a little bit. See if maybe you can get one good stop here. Maybe get a steal. Rebound is good if you can push it up the floor a little bit. If you can push it up the floor, that was a really bad three. That was a wasted opportunity on Florida's part. They had more than enough time to get a couple extra steps and get a better look. But as with this, as is the case with this game, the situations just get kind of weird where the game kind of locks up at weird spots. It's weird. Not the perfect basketball simulation game. I do wish other, well, one, college sports games don't exist anymore. Thanks, NCAA, you idiots. But two, it's too bad that more college sports games just don't have more like other mascot modes, because I'd love to rotate this all around and do a bunch of different games or find one that is the most unpredictable. Florida down 8. Florida now looking like a second place finisher in this very game in March Mascot Madness 2 as that goes off the bottom of the backboard. Somehow able to get the loose ball. Florida comes away with the rebound on the second shot and second miss. Florida at one point down 12, 40-28. Slicing it down to 5 here in the opening moments of the second half. That 40-28 was only momentary. They were down 10 entering the second half. Cincinnati going to try their hand with out of 3. It will be good. Did a good job making sure all my stuff was charged today. That felt great. Tried to upload some videos, but some of them were like, oh, this is going to take like an hour and a half. And I'm like, why? So I need to try and get that done on a different day. Pass it forward. I put like a bunch of them because they were like relatively short, and I was like, oh, this won't take very long. And then I came up and I was like, oh, an hour and a half? I have to stream in 20 minutes. So go ahead and just cancel those uploads, and we'll do it again some other time. Florida got it as close as 40-35, excuse me. They are now down 45-35. Stripped away from Cincinnati, stripped away by Cincinnati. Rolls out of bounds, so it'll stay Florida ball. Dangerous pass. Past a couple of defenders. Out of bounds, Cincinnati ball. So Cincinnati doing a good job not getting a foul called on them in that specific instance. Usually those are the hardest to figure out exactly what's going on, because the offensive player just gets pushed a little too far into the basket. But sometimes it's a foul, sometimes it's just an out of bounds, like there. As the shot is up and good. So Cincinnati up 12. They have gone on a 7-0 run since Florida closed it to 5. So we might be looking at another very damaged bracket here in just a moment. Florida with a 3 that's no good. Offensively rebounded and put back up and scored. So 47-37. Deep 2 is off and no good. So hits the rim. Working around. Trying to clear out some space here. Florida going to work. Looking to slice it to a single-digit deficit. Back out for 3. If it doesn't work at first, just try again. Get it to drop. 47-40. 6:47. Second half. Florida down by 12, then down by 5, then down by 10, now down by 7. Fluctuating. Doing a good job here. Just kind of, they're keeping themselves within striking distance. That's what you like to see. You don't want to see a team like Cincinnati just getting out and clobbering them, and I have to read a book. about the X-Men in the Star Trek The Next Generation, as Florida buries a 3 and slices in even further, cutting it down to a 4-point deficit off that 3-point shot. Florida showing a lot of fight here. Albert the Gator. Stolen away. Well, stripped away. Cincinnati comes up with a loose ball. Doesn't really take advantage of the 5-on-4. That's a 2 if it goes. It doesn't matter. It's tipped. No good. Nice defense by Florida there to make the shot have to go a little higher than he probably wanted it to go. There's a 3 for Florida, and the lead is down to 1. Depending on how the next 5 minutes go, we could be looking at one of the best games of the tournament. I love a good comeback. And we have it here with Florida. That's a 3 for Cincinnati. It's no good, but it's put back and slammed home. Keep in mind, Cincinnati scored 40 points in the first half, and they have scored 9 in this second half, in the first 5 minutes or so. Cincinnati, on the other hand, or Florida, excuse me, on the other hand, already almost at 20 points. 18. No, I'm sorry, 16. I forgot that I pointed out the 40-28 because it was a 12-point deficit, but they closed it so close to the end of half that I get a little lost. Cincinnati quiets the crowd, knocks down a 2, and pushes the lead back up to 5, 51-46. See, Florida has one more run in them here. You'd hate to see them fluctuate. 12 to 5 to 10 to 4, or to 3. Now it's back out to 5. Off the back iron, no good. That's a good positive play for Florida. Shot up, shot good. Now back to 3. Here we go, Florida. Here, take your defensive stand right here. Come back down the floor. Splash a 3 home. Bing, bang, boom. Passes outside. Cincinnati not really working a play. Now they start to kind of move around. There are a lot of times where the game just is, the players are locked and frozen in spot. And then it's like, oh, okay, now we go. Working around the outside, but it's picked off by the Florida Gators. They're going to run it inside. Quick pass in there. It's going to be flipped up and good. Lead all the way down to 1. Florida with a 20. Oh my goodness, that somehow was blocked. Again, couldn't come up with a loose ball. We saw that with saw that issue with Alabama in the previous game. Getting blocks, getting good defensive plays, but loose balls they just couldn't come up with. 3:18 remaining second half. Florida flashes around. It's off the back iron, no good. You missed the loose ball on the rebound. Cincinnati pushes the pace. It's off the right iron. It rattles around for a little bit, and it's brought down by a Florida Gator. That was an excellent look at the 3. Cincinnati got a steal, but immediately hit the backcourt violation. That's a dangerous spot to try and get a steal. It's so dicey. Florida. Want it back outside. Working it around the exterior there. That was through 3 defenders. That was a poor choice of shot. You had a guy open in the corner for a pocket 3. But just nothing doing there. Stripped away by Florida. Cincinnati comes up with a loose ball. Passes it to the outside. Guy open in the corner. They don't go for it. Quick pass inside. 1-on-1. Defensive foul. It's fine. It's only the first on the team, so the shot clock will reset and the ball will be taken from out of bounds. 3-point game. Florida making it at least interesting. Nice block. Nice block right at the, oh my goodness, at the 3-point line. And then Cincinnati went to get the ball and touched it out of bounds, so it ends up as a turnover when it shouldn't have been. Florida for 3. Tie game. 53-53. 2:04 second half. Florida down 12 early in this game. That's a 3 for Cincinnati, and that's gotta hurt if you're Florida. Bringing it all the way back and still falling to the 3. See what they have up their sleeve here. They just need a little bit more. Working it into more of a mid-range game there. Backs it out, takes his 3, and it's good. Back-to-back threes makes it a tie game. 56-56. Stripped out of bounds. Cincinnati ball. Florida. Whipping it across the court to Cincinnati. It's going to be turned over. Timeout, Florida. For those of you just joining, Florida, late in the first half, down by 12, 40-28. They have had an incredible second half. Outscoring the Bearcats by 10 points. They closed it to a 10-point gap right before halftime. The shot is up and good, and I believe that is Florida's first outright lead. There was a tie at 5-5, and I don't think Florida led before that. May have been tied at 3-3, and may have been, oh my gosh, stripped away. They got the loose ball. Florida working with this trap defense. They got that guy hanging out in the middle. It's nearly stolen, but it's not stolen. Cincinnati off the back iron, no good. Gets the rebound. What a mess that was. 58-58. Florida inches away from getting a devastating turnover there. 58-58. Passing around the outside. Earlier in the game, I was talking about how Florida, I thought, was going to be in trouble because Cincinnati had so many fouls in the first half, and that's how Florida had some of their points. And Florida wasn't getting a lot of opportunities for points outside of the free throws. But I have been wrong. They have been looking good, feeling good, shooting well, and a 5-second violation is not what you want at this stage in the game. You doofus. A tremendous mental mistake. Florida, even without a ton of free throw attempts. I don't know how many free throws or fouls Cincinnati as a team has in the second half. They were up at 6 in the first 5 minutes of this game. Nice block by Florida. They'll get the loose ball. And with under 10 seconds to go, we could be looking at a Florida buzzer beater to win it. And what has been a fantastic game here in Gainesville, Florida. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You got to put it up. It's good with 0.2 seconds remaining. Excuse me. Florida has just snuck out of the first round. Nothing doing there for Cincinnati. Cincinnati dominated that first half. Let's actually take a look at Stats Central. School stats, current game. First half, Florida was down by 10, 40-30. Cincinnati ended up with 8 fouls in the first half. I guess there were a couple that I missed. I dropped my phone at one point. And they were 17 for 20 on the field goals. Incredible. Second half, a completely different story. Florida, 30-18. 0 fouls for the Bearcats, so it's definitely an improvement. They had 5 turnovers, but they only shot 8 of 24 from the field. What a tremendous drop. On the flip side, Florida shot much better at 66.7%. But, wow. What a game. What a game. Don't forget to log it in the thing. Sean. Cincinnati, 58. Florida, 60. Submit those scores. That was a very important game. Florida, a champion pick, survives by 2. So where do you think these teams will finish in this year's March Mascot Madness tournament? Head on over to challenge.com/MMM2021, link in the description below, and let me know what you think. Be sure to tune in to twitch.tv/ShaunosaurusRex March 4th at 2 p.m. Pacific time to watch all the action tip off. It'll be airing every Thursday and Friday on Twitch and every Saturday and Sunday on YouTube throughout the month of March. Be sure to check back next week for another installment of the best of September Mascot Madness 2.